All right, what's going on, everybody? I want to welcome you to this week's episode of the Sleeping Giants podcast with Mike and Terrance, presented to you by doubleetvmedia. What's going on, Mike?
Not much, bro, man. NBA Finals just wrapped up. Kind of excited about that. Ready to see what happens next season. Got a lot of new music this week, new singles, so I'm ready to talk about that. What about you?
Yeah, definitely, man. Been grinding, listening to a lot of this work that's out, man, and singles and albums and stuff, man. We got a lot of good music, man.
Facts.
Yeah, man. We'll start it off with Statik Selektah-Round trip. Man, Statik, man, he went crazy on this thing, man. This album I thought was very well produced. I thought it was very well thought out, the way he put it together. The features, all of them are very good. I thought the collaborations, like who he decided to have on the tracks, he did a good job of picking that out. Everybody who, for the most part, all the performances were good, and there was a lot of great songs on this album. Highlights for me would be Historic, featuring AZ and Ransom. Thought both guys went crazy on there. Can't Stop, featuring Nina Sky, Stove God Cooks, and Symba. I thought Symba went crazy. Unpredictable. We've heard that one before, but it's an incredible track with Inspector Deck, Method Man, Ghostface Killer, and Raekwon. All those guys from Wu-Tang went crazy. Ain't Too Much, featuring, Ain't Too Much To It, featuring Ab Soul, Bun B, and Conway the Machine. I thought Ab went crazy on there. Dropping Bodies, featuring Millies, dope track. Lionhearted, I thought boldyjames and Elzhi both snapped. I can't really say whose verse was better, but Elzhi definitely went crazy. I thought Boldy did a good job too. The New Joe featuring Nims, I thought Nims went crazy. Vanilla Sky featuring G-Eazy. The Code featuring, is this Luca? Ruben Vincent and Rome Streets. Now I'm not sure who, because I'm not sure who did the third verse. I think that was Luca. If that is Luca, I think that's possible verse of the year, in my opinion. But dope project, man, for sure.
Okay. Yeah. So we got a Statik Selektah-Round trip. Now, we covered two projects that Statik produced earlier this year with who was it?
Let's see, Statik.
Buddy's name. He had the Crystal Controls track. I can't remember his name right now. We just covered his album like a couple weeks ago.
Okay, let me see if I can look it up real quick.
And then he did Coda's album too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I know
Coda's
Statik
friend.
produced the album.
Yeah.
Yeah, he produced Coda's album.
Right.
The other album, I can't think of it right now, but man, it was so dope. But so it's dope, to see Statik putting out this much work for real, especially from the production standpoint. I think this project, man, not a bad song on this project. Extremely well produced, like you said, great collabs. So to the highlights for me,
Mike, it's Bun B.
Bun B.
Yeah. Remember it was
Not
Trill Static too?
not the Trill Static one. It was somebody else.
Oh,
was,
okay, yeah. You talking about Nimlo.
Nimlo, thank you.
Yeah.
I started to say Nims, but I was like, I know it's not Nims, but
yeah.
Nimlo.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, Nimlo, yeah.
Thank you. Okay. But highlights for me, I got Round Trip for Day featuring Pasta News, Fire. Historic featuring Ransom and AZ. Different League featuring Benny the Butcher and Terminology. Terminology went crazy. Can't Stop featuring Stove God Cook, Symba, and Nina Sky. Unpredictable featuring Inspector Deck, Ghostface, Method Man, Raekwon. They all snap. Yep. Ain't Too Much To It featuring Conway the Machine, Ab-Soul, and Bun B. Really like Bun's verse, and as you mentioned, Ab-Soul went crazy. Yeah. Life and Times featuring Joey Badass, Fire. Dropping Bodies featuring Millie. Right Here featuring Marco Plus and Coda the Friend. Great track. Like I could really keep going and going, but I do want to mention at least two more. I really enjoyed the code, like you said, with Ruben Vincent, Wrong Streets, and Luca. I personally think that first verse was ridiculous. I thought Ruben Vincent went bananas on this track.
Yeah.
And I also was very happy to see that he had the track "Got to Give" with Redveil, and I thought that connection was dope. So I really enjoyed that. As you mentioned, Vanilla Sky was dope as well with G-Eazy. I like the IDK track Factory and the Logic track In the Pocket. The whole project's dope, man.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah. You know, it's funny, man. A lot of the people that we've covered on this pod is on this album. You know what I'm saying? I was like, dang, he got about everybody we listened to on here, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, dope project, man. Next up, man, we
Fact,
got
shout out to
Kenny
Statik.
Mason. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said fact, shout out to Statik Selektah on
Yeah,
that.
yeah, shout out to him, man. Next up, man, we got your guy, Kenny Mason with 6. I'll let you start this one off.
Once again, every song on the project is fire. 3 tracks we heard previously when we covered the EP that he dropped earlier this year. I think it was called 3, if I'm not mistaken. And so it was great to see how they fit in with this project. But considering that we already heard them, there wasn't as much excitement or anticipation once I saw those tracks on the track list. But every song is fire though. Uh, Dark Side, Rich, I Got, Dracula, Side to Side, Stack It Up featuring Project Pat. And then all the ones we covered from 3, 100 and None featuring Tony Snow, Avatar, like Back Home. That's probably every track on the project right there. So
Yeah.
like it's fire.
Yeah, man. I think Kenny takes good risks. He thinks outside of the box, you know, and I think he's a really good artist, man, especially to be so young. You know, he's very polished. Kind of similar how we speak about Redveil. You know, those guys are like years beyond, you know, where they should be for their age, man. Highlights for me would be Dark Side, I Got, Side to Side. Stack It Up, man. I thought Project Pack went crazy. Like he made that song like even better, man. Like he did a good job on there. Like you said, the previous ones, I like 100 and None featuring Tony Snow, Avatar, and Back Home is fire, man. But yeah, as you mentioned, it's a dope project, man. We named just about every song on here.
Facts. Shout out to Kenny, fire.
Yeah, shout out to him, man. Next up, man, we got JanelleMonae, The Age of Pleasure. You inboxed me when you was listening to this and said she got one, and I started listening to it, man. I got about 4 tracks in. I was like, yeah, man, she's on fire with this album, man. I thought the production was incredible. A lot of it almost sounds like a band, like a live band or something. Like the instrumentation sounded so good, the way it blended with vocals and stuff. I thought the album was an incredibly well produced, and I think for her is a very mature and bold album. And I think this album just shows how artistic she is. You know, she's definitely a visionary. Highlights for me would be Float, featuring was it Sean Kuta in Egypt 80, Champagne-ish, Fire, Hot, Incredible. I even like the little interlude she did with Grace Jones. You know, Grace is incredible artist, man. I think she was on Beyonce's project too. So it's dope to see, you know, some of the younger you know, females in the game reaching back out to her to do some work for her. Fire. Water Slide, and also like Paid in Pleasure. But incredible project, and she definitely got one.
Yeah, man, I think it's excellent project as well. Whole album has a vibe to it, very well produced. I saw somebody in the comment section describe the album, and they said it felt like a trip to a tropical island, and just basically the songs were a description of the stuff that they did on the trip. And I thought that was a very well put description of it.
Yeah.
Highlights for me, Float. I think the production on that track is incredible. Like you said, featuring Sion Kuti and Egypt 80. Phenomenal featuring Doshi. Really like that one. Hot is fire. Lipstick Lover, we previously covered that one.
Yep.
The Rush featuring Nia Long and Amaarae. Unbelievable. Really did not even see that coming. Fire. Water Slide, fire. No Better featuring CK, Sion Cootie, and Egypt 80. I think those horns kind of sounded like Rump Shaker. So I thought that was really dope. And that's Rex and Effects for those who may not know. Only Have Eyes for Two, I thought was really dope. And a dry red. I'm sorry. Yeah, entire project's fire to me. R&B of the album or R&B album of the year contender for me. Fire.
Yeah, it is fire, man. Incredible project. Shout out to janellemonae. Next up, man, we got, is it Amaarae?
Amaarae, he is.
Amaarae-Fountain Baby. Man, this album here, my goodness, man. Like, I think she's from Ghana, but my God, man, like it's just her voice, it blends so well with the like the production on here, man. It's like it's magical, man. Like she really did her thing on here. I think this album is really incredible. I think her vocals sound amazing. And like I say, the beats just kind of match her very well. I see that she is on Interscope Records, so I definitely hope, they can promote her because more people need to know about her. It's kind of got like some Caribbean aspects to it, but also kind of like some dance vibes too. I like this album a lot, man. It's up there. Highlights for me would be Angels in Tibet, Princess Going Digital. That record is crazy. Wasted Eyes, Counterfeit, Sex, Violence, Suicide, Psychopathic Dance Queen. Man, that record is insane. And Come Home to God. But she's got one, man. I think this album is like, unfortunately, I think it may end up getting slept on, but I hope not, man, because this is a great body of work.
No, I agree. I do think this is fire, man. Great production, as you said, creative and interesting songwriting. That was the thing that stuck out the most to me. And as you said, the different things she does with her vocals on this project, I think are really dope. I get like kind of Doja Cat vibes from some of the tracks. Um, Production wise, like I said, incredible.
Yeah.
Highlights for me, Angels in Tibet, crazy production. Co-Star, we covered that one previously. I really like that in the fit of the album. Big Stepper, Reckless and Sweet, Counterfeit, Disguise, I thought was fire, as well as Sex, Violence, and Suicide. I like the beat switch to the kind of like punk rock, almost alternative rock kind of vibe.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Yeah.
Sociopathic Dance Queen, fire. Aquamarine Loves Ecstasy. I really like that one too. And Come Home to God, fire. Amazing project.
Yeah, definitely. You guys definitely, check out that project, sub to her YouTube and try to run those numbers up for her. This is a great, great album.
Thanks.
Next up, man, we got Keke Palmer, Big Boss. I'll let you start this one off.
Okay, Keke, like you said, Big Boss. Now it's been a minute since Keke's put out some music, and a lot of people might not even know that Keke, did music because I know she's so big in the acting world now that a lot of people may forget that she actually did music. So this was dope to see her coming back to the music world. I thought it was a very nice return project. Good singing, good songwriting. Highlights for me, I got Right Now, Love Language, For Real, really enjoyed that track. Love Like This is good too. I really like Waiting. That's a really good track. I Care is really good as well. And Approach Me. So yeah, it's dope. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too, man. Honestly, I know she's into acting and stuff, but honestly, some of the other, R&B projects I covered this year, I mean, it's kind of ranks up there with it from a performance standpoint. I think she did her thing on here, man. I think her vocals sound good, and she got a lot of good performances and some good songs on here. Highlights for me would be Views, Right Now, Love Language. What's this, For Real, or FR? Waiting, Fire, and Approach Me, as you mentioned. But yeah, I think Keke got a good album, man. I like it.
Yeah, it was better than I expected. When I first heard reviews, I kind of felt like it was gonna be. I didn't really know what tone I was gonna get from the project,
Mm-hmm.
and as I continued to listen, I was like, okay, yeah, I see where this is going.
Yeah,
But yeah, dope project. I enjoyed it.
yeah, definitely, man. Man, next up we got Love the Genius and DJ Green Lantern, the Genius tape. Man, this is an incredible project, man. Her bars, ooh man, she was like going crazy. I think the concept of here was very good, and this is definitely one of the best mixtapes of the year. She definitely went in. Highlights for me would be Back End Development. I love that track. Brainstorming featuring Conway the Machine. I thought Conway went crazy on that one. Brain Food, The Fill, Moonwalk, and Neck Protected featuring Rome Streets and Shay Noir. But this album here, man, I think for her, like lyrically, not only was it a great album, but the beats were really good, man. And like the songs are like really, really fire too. Like the more this album went on, like the more I got into it, man, and definitely appreciated what she did on it.
Yeah, I would agree that I think the production suits her style well. So
Mhm.
that was a definite W on that. Bars on top of bars. I mean, Love is a lyricist to the umpteenth degree, so you can expect that when you're listening to her. Uh, Fire, man. I enjoyed the whole project, honestly.
Yeah.
Highlights, I got Meditation. Biddy Mason was fire. Brainstorming featuring Conway the Machine. Brain Food, fire. Lost on Mars, I really like that track. I thought it was a good switch from, what had been going on thus far on the project. And Nick
Mhm.
Protected featuring Shay Noir and Rome Streets, fire. So yeah, dope
Mhm.
project.
Yeah, for sure. We got Boldy James and what's this ChanHays, Prisoner of Circumstance. I'll let you start this one off.
Okay, Boldy James and yeah, we'll go with ChanHays, Prisoner of Circumstance. Good production
Mhm.
and very consistent writing on this from Boldy. We
Yep.
already have covered a Boldy project earlier this year, so we know
Mhm.
Boldy's an excellent writer.
Right.
Um, Highlights for me, I got Flashback, The Love We Gave, 730K,
Mhm.
and Strange Days. But it's only like a a 7 song project, I
Mhm.
think. So yeah, I definitely like the majority of the project. As you can see, fire.
Yeah, same here, man. I actually kind of like this one a little better than Indiana Jones that we covered earlier in the year. But in my opinion, I think this is one of Boldy's best projects. I know it's shorter, but I like it, man. I like the samples on here. And as you mentioned, he's a dope writer. So lyrically, we already know he was going to go crazy. But the concepts of this album was crazy, like Shapeshifter. I mean, I immediately thought about Dick Gregory when I saw the title, Fire. Shapeshifter, Flashback, Trust Issue, 730K, as you mentioned, and Strange Days. But yeah, he's got an incredible body of work on him, man. I think Boldy just keeps getting better and better, man.
Facts.
Yeah. All right, next up we got Dave in Central C, Split Decision. This is an EP. I thought both guys, I became a big Central C fan listening to Who Kid on Saturday mornings. He does his mixes, and that Doja record was crazy, man. So I just kind of got into him from there, listened to his project that he put out last year, and he was definitely somebody on my radar to look for. And then when we got the single with him and Dave, I didn't even know that much about Dave, but I think Dave is an incredible writer as well, man. I think these guys got a great project. It's just 4 songs on here, but I like all 4. Highlights for me would be Trojan Horse, Sprinter, 25th Birthday, and UK Rap. But Yeah, man. You know, there's a lot of guys in the UK that's spitting, and it's a good, good thing to see for sure.
Facts, man. And I'm glad that we're getting to cover some UK artists. Obviously we've covered Little Sims, we've covered Venna before, and a couple of other artists. So yeah, it's dope that we're getting to cover Dave and Central C as well.
Yeah.
As you said, every song is dope, man. I
Yeah.
think they have great chemistry. The collabs is the whole collab project is just dope to me. Highlights, like you said, every song. Trojan Horse, I think, had a very dope back and forth between the two of them. Sprinter, Dave went crazy.
Yeah.
And one bar that Central C said that I really enjoyed, I wrote it down. It was if bro let the drumstick beat, then something gonna leak. We ain't playing exclusives. I thought that
Mm.
was fire.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I hear you, bro.
Yeah.
And then our 25th birthday, Dave, once again going crazy.
Yeah.
And I think Central C's best verse on the project was on UK Rap. So yeah, very dope project.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you guys check out Central C and Dave. It's an incredible project. All right, Mike, what we got for our singles, man?
Yes, sir. Let's get into it. We got Rob 49 with Bentley Mulssane. It's all right.
Yeah, I agree. I tried, but yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It's nothing crazy, but it's not bad.
Facts. Next, we got Black Odyssey featuring, we're gonna go with Emerald Soul.
Yeah.
Pink Marmalade. I think this is fire.
Yeah, man, incredible, incredible. Black Odyssey, man. Like, we keep covering some of the music, man, but every time I hear them, it's definitely growing on me, man. I like it a lot.
Facts. Kind of a neo soul type of vibe,
Yeah,
but I
fact.
liked it though. Yeah, dope. Next, Alabama's very own Rylo Rodriguez with On the Floor. Um, I've heard songs I like better from him. This is cool. It's not trash. It's not bad. It's cool.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It's cool.
Next, we got Fredo Bang with No Mo. It's a good track. I like it.
Fire,
I
man.
think it's a good track.
Yeah, fire. Yeah, I like it a lot too, man. It's fire.
Next, we got Babyface Ray with All Star Team. I'll let you start.
Fire, man. Babyface Ray, man. He's yeah, I've been kind of hooked on his music ever since the what's that record we covered with the NBA player's name?
Ron Artest.
Ron Artest. Yeah, man. Fire. Yeah, Babyface, he's definitely on my radar, man. I like what he does, man.
Yeah, that Ron Artest with 42 Doug. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, All Star Team. This is dope. I like the beat. Fire beat. Kind of short, but dope track.
Yeah, I agree.
Next, BJ the Chicago Kid featuring Freddie Gibbs with Liquor Store in the Sky. Fire.
Yeah, man. It's good to hear from BJ. It's been a minute since I heard from him, but yeah, I agree, man. That sample too on there was crazy too, man. But yeah, it's a fire track.
Yeah, I thought Freddie's verse was good too.
Yeah, I agree.
Next, we got City Girls with I Need a Thug. I'll let you start.
It's cool. I mean, I kind of like what they do. They bring some energy. It's kind of out of the box, but this track was cool though.
I mean, it's funny to me. Um, it's not a bad track. It's not something personally that I'm gonna ride around bumping,
Right.
which obviously, City Girls. But I don't think it's trash. Like it's all right.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Yeah.
Next, we got Tiwa Savage with Pick Up. I think this is a really good track. Fire.
Yeah, fire, man. Fire. I definitely enjoyed it a lot.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Next, we got iCandy with Keep That. I'll let you start.
I like the beat. I don't know, man. I thought it was cool. I think it has potential to do something, but I don't know. Something's kind of missing, I think, on this track.
I kind of feel similar. Um, I think it's got the Casey and the Sunshine Band sample. I think that's
Okay.
Boogie Shoes for all the oldies out there.
Yeah, yeah,
Y'all might appreciate that
yeah.
sample. I think that's, and for the ones from our generation, I think that was a Take It to the House Trick Daddy sample. So y'all might
Yeah,
appreciate that.
right,
Uh, I'd like to hear more from her. This one didn't sell me. Like, I'd like to hear more.
right. Yeah, same here.
And next we have Mahalia featuring JoJo with Cheat. It's dope. Nice collab, good singing, fire.
Fire, man. It's been a minute since I heard from JoJo, but I love this track, man. I thought they both went in, thought the video was dope. And this is one of many of women this week who are killing it, man. Fire.
Facts, I agree.
Yeah.
Next we got iyla and Symba with Impala. Dope. I'm a big fan of iyla. I really like her music.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a different sound for her, but in a good way. And Symba did his thing, fire.
Yeah, I agree, man. As I just mentioned a second ago, with the previous track with JoJo and Mahalia, fire, man. I think her voice is very soulful, and Simba's my guy, man. I like Symba a lot. I thought he went in. Video was dope. Fire, man.
I agree. Next, we got Hit Boy and Big Hit with Show Me. I'll let you start.
Fire, man. I love what Hit and his dad are doing, man. Like his dad been snapping, man. I know Hit says dad came to the studio with a trash bag full of rhymes, man. So I can tell he was hungry, man. And I look forward to Surf or Drown, man. Part 2. They've been killing it.
Yeah, facts. Dope beat, fire. Big Hit was kind of wilding again.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he's wild.
but it was fire though. I like
Yeah,
it.
facts.
Next we got Jon Connor and Joey Cool, who happens to be on Strange Music with Gems. Fire. I thought Jon Connor went crazy. I like Joey Cool's verse, fire.
Yeah, man. Also, I want to put some respect on Sly Piper's name, man. Like that guy works with Dre, Eminem, so many people, and he's normally kind of like in the background. He doesn't like, he's not like in the forefront that much, but behind the scenes, man, this guy is a dope writer. He does a lot of good writing, so I just want to give him a shout out. But yeah, man, this is a great track, man. I like what Jon did on here.
Yeah, facts. Next, we got Crazy Bone with We Don't Go Home. I'll let you start.
Fire, man. Crazy. He's always been my favorite from Bone. He's incredible, man. Incredible writer. He still got it, man. Still got it.
I agree. I think it's dope. I think it's relevant. Fire.
Yeah.
Next, we have Black Odyssey. Once again with Summer in the Rain. Good track. I don't like it as much as Pink Marmalade, but it's still a good track.
Yeah, I like it, man. I like it. Like I say, I think their music is just growing on me. So yeah, fire though.
Facts. Next, we got Joyner Lucas and NBA Youngboy with Cut You Off. Dope. Youngboy snap. Fire.
I wrote the same thing down. Young boy went crazy, man. He went crazy. But yeah, it's a good track though.
Yeah, facts. Like within the past couple months, I might have heard the two best verses I've ever heard from Youngboy between this one and the one on the Fast and Furious
soundtrack.
10.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out to Youngboy on that.
Yeah, facts.
Next we have Jay Huss featuring Drake with Who Told You. It's a good track. I like the vibe of it, good, especially for the summertime. I think it's a good summertime track. Good track to get people dancing. I can see why Drake hopped on this. I'm not surprised. It's dope.
Yeah, I like it, man. I think Drake kind of did a good job when he came in, kind of with the reggae type of vibe or whatever. It worked though. It's fire track though. I like it.
For sure. Next, we got The Dawn with Deion Sanders.
Mm.
Think it's a good track. I like it.
Yeah, I agree, man. Fire. Yeah, she snapped.
Next, we have Akeem Ali with Make Me Believe. He's in his now. We've covered Akeem Ali before a couple times. He's in his singing bag on this one, so I like the versatility shown.
Yep.
I think it's a good track.
I agree, man. I think, in my opinion, this may be his best track. In my opinion, I like it.
Okay. Shout out to Akeem Ali on it.
Yeah, facts.
Next, we got Hit Boy and Big Hit once again with Tony Fontana 4. Fire beat, fire track, fire.
Yeah, man, this is up there for me. This may be possibly song of the week, or definitely up there as one of them. But fire, man, they went in, man. Actually, all those Tony Fontana songs are fire, man. Like all of them are really good.
That's facts. Nick, YG Tut with IDFW them, and y'all can guess what that means. I like it, dope.
Yeah, fire, man. Video is very abstract too, but yeah, it's fire, man. Fire.
Facts. Hey, and YG Tut, like this is the I think maybe fourth or fifth time we've covered him, and just about all of the songs have been fire. So we're gonna have to keep an eye out on him.
Yeah.
Next, Juice WRLD with Glowed Up. Dope.
Yeah, fire, man. Every time I hear like a lot of this new stuff from Juice, man, I just like his music like even more, man. So, but yeah, it's fire, man. Fire stuff.
Thanks. Next, Baby Tron with 100 bars.
Okay.
Dope video. I thought the video was crazy. Yep. I think that was either Lyrical Lemonade or Cole Bennett, one of those two. I can't remember.
Yep.
But fire video. And I like the concept of what he was doing. I think it's cool. Like, do I think the track's like fire? I can't go fire emoji. I'll go good track because I see what he's doing and I like the concept, so I go good track.
Yeah, I agree. I think the concept is fire. The video's dope. Got a lot of good bars in there. I thought the performance was good too. Only critique I would have, I know what he's doing. He's going from 1 to 100, so it's going to be a lengthy song. His voice is just a little mellow for that amount of time on it or whatever. I do like the beat switch or whatever, and I can tell he had fun doing it. But yeah, I agree with you. I would definitely go good track. Yeah.
Okay. Next we got Tyga, YG, and Blast with West Coast Weekend. It's got the Tupac All About You sample. That's dope. I think it's a pretty good track.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I wouldn't go like fire or nothing, but yeah, it's pretty cool though. It's good.
Next, Conway the Machine featuring Heem, BSF, and Rome Streets. Good. What's the name of that track, Brody? I'm sorry.
Elephant Man.
Thank you, Elephant Man. Yeah, I thought this was good rapping. The beat's just cool to me. Rome Streets is fire. I thought it was dope.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. Not my favorite track from Conway, but it's still pretty good though. I think we already know everybody's gonna rap good. It's just like you said, maybe the beat kind of held it back a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. The beat's just alright, but
yeah,
I did think Rome Streets went crazy though.
Yeah, facts.
Next, Pink Pantheress with Angel. I think this is from the Barbie soundtrack.
Yeah.
It's a good track, good production. It well produced. I think the sound of it will work well for that type of movie. So I got nothing negative to say. I got good track.
Yeah, same here. Same here. Heard a couple tracks from Pink Panthers, so definitely somebody to look out for. But I agree, it's a pretty good track.
Yeah, for sure. Next we got The Weeknd and Mike Dean with The Lure. Now, this is just an instrumental track, but thought it was good.
Yeah, fire, man. You know, Mike Dean's my dude, man. He's incredible, man. So yeah, fire.
And to follow that up, we have The Weeknd featuring Lily Rose Depp. And you were mentioning last week
Yep.
that Weeknd had a television show. I think it's called The Idol or something like that, and on HBO.
Yeah.
And yeah, both of these songs are from that show.
Mhm.
Uh, and this one is called World Class Sinner. I'll let you start.
If I'm not mistaken, I think this is Johnny Depp's daughter.
Yes.
This may be her first song, but this song is fire, man. And this is what I was mentioning earlier, when we was talking about the JoJo song and the song with Symba. The women killed it this week, man. This is her first song. She's got a good career in the music game, man. Like whoever helped her write it or put it together and produced it did a good job because it's fire.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad song. I was really wondering where the hook was gonna come in
Mm,
because of the name of the song, and then finally, like maybe towards the very end of the song, she brought that in, and it kind of brought it a little full circle for me.
mm,
I
mm.
don't think it's a bad song. I think it probably works and fits well within the context of the show.
Right.
So, we'll give it a good track.
Okay.
Next, Doughboy, Way I Walk. This has got the Rick James, Mary Jane sample. For the younger folks, the Ja Rule and J Lo, I'm
Mhm.
Real sample.
Yep.
And yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Next we got Lil B, I Show Speed. I'll let you start.
Fire. Fire, man. He went crazy. I liked it. I liked it.
I agree. I think it's a really good track. It's not my vibe because of the heavy auto tune,
Yeah.
but it's definitely not trash. I think it's a good track.
Yeah. Hmm.
Uh, Next we got Key with You Need God. It's all right.
Yeah, I can see what he was doing. You know, it's cool. Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool track.
Next, Justin Martin and Malik Berry with Replacement.
Mm.
This is dope. I like it.
Yeah, yeah, I like it too, man. It's fire.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Justin Martin. Think this is the second time we've covered her.
Yeah.
Next we have PJ with Birthday. Good beat, good singing. Not sure who did the rapping part on this. I thought the rapping was just okay. But overall, I think it's a good song.
Yeah, definitely, man. You know, I think PJ is working on some stuff, so I want to, hear what else she's got cooking up. But yeah, this track here is good though. I like it.
For sure. Next, once again, we have Hit Boy with Sunrise.
Yeah, a hit
Uh,
boy putting the whole album out, ain't it?
man, what?
Yeah.
Sunrise, fire, dope beat, dope raps, fire.
Hit went in on this dog. Like this verse was crazy. What's that one line? Man, I wish I would have wrote it down. It was what do you say? When I see God bless my neighbor, I don't trip because I know he's in my neighborhood or something along those lines. Like it was like, woo, fire,
Hey,
man.
hey, it was another bar that he had on that song that really stood out to me. So now that you mentioned that, I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that song again. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, fire,
Yeah, fire, man. Yeah. He definitely been going in with his pen, man.
facts. Next, Vanilla Ice with Put Your Hands Up. It's all right.
Yeah, it's all right. You know, he had a couple lines in there. It was one part in the second verse. It was a little off. One part was just a little offbeat or whatever. But hey, he seems like he's in a good space. He seems happy. I know he's into cars and stuff, and so more power to him, man.
Facts.
Yeah.
Next we got Strange Music's very own X-Rated with Parasitic. Uh, West Coast Vibes had a message.
Yeah.
Dope. I like it.
Yeah, that's the part that stood out to me was like the message in it. I thought that was fire, man. And thought the video was dope too, how the kid was trying to make peace between the opposing gangs and stuff. Fire, man. Fire track.
Facts. I agree. Next we have Strange Music's very own Joey Cool and Lex Brancher with Sweet. Or Bratcher. I'm sorry, Lex Bratcher with Sweet. I'll let you start.
I thought the beat and everything was very it's super abstract, man. It's really abstract. I didn't kind of know what to make of it at first. I thought it was just all right for a minute, but when the girl came on, Lex, she went in. I mean, she went crazy. Like her verse was incredible, man. So she definitely did her thing.
I agree. Straight from my notes, I said it's different. Almost feels like two separate songs with the beat switch. But Lex went crazy. Overall, I think it's a good track. But I do think, personally, I like Joey's verse better on the Jon Connor track than I did on this one specifically.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
Next, we got Machine Gun Kelly featuring Doughboy with Killer Cam freestyle. I'll let you start.
Okay, for this one, I put pretty good. I think the only thing that kind of helped this song back, I didn't like the beat. I didn't like the beat at all, but I think both guys went crazy with the pen though. Machine had a lot of good lines in there. I like Doe. He had some good lines too, but I don't know, the beat just wasn't it for me though.
I feel it. I do think overall of these backyard freestyles that he's done, this is probably my least favorite. But I will attribute that to you, like to what you said, and the beat. I think this is probably my least favorite beat that they've chosen to rap on in these backyard freestyles. But I do think MGK had some good bars. I thought Doe did this thing as well. So overall, I'm gonna give it a good track.
Yeah.
Next, we got Killer Mike featuring Future, Andre 3000, and Aaron Allen Kane with scientists and engineers. Crazy beat, Dre was fire, Mike snapped, fire, track of the week.
I think everybody went in, man. Everybody got off. I love what Andre did. He was just like a scientist, he was just going off. Thought Future, I got to give it up, man. Like Future's been on a good run of features lately. I've been feeling the stuff that he's doing, and I got to give it up to Killer Mike, man. He came in, he closed it out, man. He went crazy. So as you said, it's a fire track, man.
Yes, sir. And last but certainly not least, Mr. De Niro Ferrar with Crime Pays. I'll let you start the last one.
It's fire, man. This is crazy. Like, dude went in, man. Like, the video was kind of hard to kind of follow the video, but I was just listening to the music. He's an incredible writer, man. Like, I felt everything about this song. Fire.
I agree. I thought it was really dope. Boom bap kind of style on the beat. And
Yeah.
it's rare to see, guys nowadays rap on that type of production. But I thought he did an excellent job, fire.
Yeah, fire, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's good to see Andre back out there, man. He went crazy.
Yeah, it's funny, I wasn't I hadn't it's funny, I was talking to one of my buddies the other day about how we hadn't really heard from Andre since the whole Life of the Party thing with Drake and Kanye and all of that stuff. And it was really good to hear him on this verse today. And I saw this report from, I think it was Hip Hop DX, that when Mike had sent Dre the song or whatever, after he had recorded his verse and Dre had done his thing, that Dre was like, "Hey, it's good. I think we got a good rap song." But apparently they didn't have Aaron Allen Kane's vocals on the track and what she had done yet. And I guess the guy who was engineering or produced it asked Mike, "Hey, did you send Dre the full track?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, I hadn't." So he sent Dre the full track back, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I think we got one, man." So I
Yeah.
thought that was real interesting.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, it just I hope Andre, I know he's happy and he's doing his thing, man. I just even if you don't feel like doing an album, just give us like an EP. You know what I'm saying? I think we'll be happy.
I really think, especially after the way that whole thing went with the whole Life of the Party verse,
Mm.
that I think Dre's just gonna be a lot more choosy about who he chooses to work with. And I think we'll get, songs here and there. We may even possibly get an EP. Who's to say? But
Yeah.
I definitely think he will be a lot more mindful of who he's working with.
Right. Yeah, man. Also, man, it was good this week, man, on that Statik album. I got to give it up to Elzon, man. It was good to hear him, man. He snapped.
Yeah, facts. I think that's the first time we've covered him since the Georgia and Muldrow album that they
Hmm.
did. Like, what was that, last year maybe?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so yeah, it was good to hear from him again, and I thought it was a nice collab with him and Boldy. So yeah, dope.
Yeah, dope, man. Yeah, man. But yeah, we got some good stuff this week, man. Like I say, I give a shout out again to Statik. Incredible project. I thought Janelle-Monae did her thing. Very mature project. Um, and love the genius, man. I love what she did too.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, I mean, as far as projects, Kenny's album I thought was dope.
Yeah.
Uh, Janelle Monae did an amazing job with her project. Same with
Mhm.
Amaarae, and
Right.
as you mentioned, Statik's project was dope. Really, I don't think any of the projects weren't good. I mean,
Right.
the David Central C, Love the Genius,
Mhm.
all of them were really solid.
Yeah,
And
I
as far
agree.
as singles, uh, yeah, the Justin Martin album or project, the Justin Martin song. I'm sorry,
Mhm.
Replacement. I thought that was really dope.
Yeah.
The Weekend and the Lily Rose Death.
Mhm.
That was definitely interesting and
Yeah.
something that a different kind of vibe than kind of what I'm used to hearing. So that was dope.
Yeah.
Um, Kind of similar to the Madonna track, Popular. I think really it kind of makes me want to watch that show to see how the music is incorporated with it. But I
Yeah.
think all three of the songs are very strong.
Mhm.
So hopefully that helps their show. And yeah, a lot of good stuff this week, man. A lot of good stuff. All the Hit Boy tracks. A
Mhm.
lot of
Yeah, I know this Friday, I think Hit Boy comes out this Friday with Surfer-Drown 2, and The Weekend comes out later on this month. So that particular show that you're talking about, I guess you can say it's a soundtrack or whatever, but it's going to be on The Weekend's page or whatever. So that whole project should be out soon, but I look forward to that too.
Yeah, as far as some people that I know of that are supposed to be dropping soon, uh new albums coming supposedly from Chingy, Smino, West Side Gun, The Weekend, as you mentioned, Kiana Lede, clearly Killer Mike with the single that he had this week.
Mhm.
Mike Dimes is supposed to be dropping soon. Alabama's own Rylo Rodriguez. And once again, Tizo Touchdown, a guy we've covered multiple
Mhm.
times on
Right.
the pod. So it'll be interesting to see what all of those projects sound like. And of course, we'll keep you guys updated.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, man, it's a good week. Good week of stuff, man. Give her out of your social media, Mike.
Yes, sir. That's M1C underscore CH3CK on Instagram.
You can find me on Instagram as well at Terrance Hill the Great. On Facebook, look for Terrance Hill. Also, look for the Sleeping Giants podcast. Make sure you like us on Facebook. Make sure, if you listen to us on Spotify or Apple, leave a comment, review the podcast. And then those of you who watch us on YouTube, be sure to hit that like and notification bell. We appreciate you guys for vibing with us. Lastly, you look for my two other YouTube pages, In the Hills and Terrance Hill the Great. We appreciate you guys for tuning in for this week's episode of the Sleeping Giants podcast. Happy birthday to my cousin Leo, and we'll see you next time. Take care.